This week on Command N, Ze Frank makes a comeback, Jeff shows us his top travel sites, and is there anybody out there? Welcome to episode 246 of Command N. I am Amber, and I am so sorry for wearing a hood. I know it's not very video friendly. However, it's about -20 here in Toronto. It is absolutely freezing. However, we're excited to be outside and bring you the tech news of the week. Our headlines this week are brought to you by our friends at GoDaddy. If you want to sign up for a new domain name or hosting services and get a great deal, all you have to do is visit us online at commandn.tv/GoDaddy and use one of our promo codes.
It's a little bit for us as though we're getting off a fast-moving train and getting into a supersonic jet.
AOL is purchasing the Huffington Post for a whopping $315 million. The Huffington Post currently gets about 26 million unique visitors a month. It's been a popular destination since 2005. Ariana Huffington says that they plan to continue to produce more content like they have for months, but also to focus a little bit more on the living space and female-oriented posts.
Our interest is in providing everything that consumers need. And doing it in a way that gives not just data, but stories.
If you're sick of sitting in traffic and you want a way to beat the traffic, there is now an iPhone application that has voice warnings for traffic congestion. The idea behind this app, which is called Waze, is it essentially relies on user contributions, so you get a sense of where there are traffic problems in your area. Very neat idea, and I definitely need to download that.
Oh my God, there's so much snow here. There's ice and snow everywhere. Be careful, the right lane is closed. There's snow plows everywhere.
Web user Dan W. is contributing to the rise of antisocial services. He's created a site where he's tracking people checking in on Foursquare to certain locations. The idea behind the site is to not find the busiest times at these locations, but to find the least busy times at these locations. So essentially, if you know there's tons of traffic at a museum on a Wednesday night, you may want to go to a Monday because there are fewer check-ins. Great idea, although it's only available in one location right now. A nonprofit based in North Carolina has created a social gaming website called Spent that teaches people about what it would be like to live as a homeless person. Basically, the premise of the site is that it strips you of all of your savings and takes away your job, and you have to figure out a way to get by. There's integration with social networking sites like Facebook, where you can ask your friends for money. Really an interesting concept to raise awareness about a very important cause. My favorite internet anti-hero, Ze Frank, is making a comeback. He is launching a new project called Star.me, which is kind of like a personal splash page for people out there who want to make friends online, but also it's an opportunity for people to give stars to their friends. Yes, kind of like you did in elementary school. For our Power Friendly tip this week, we have a fun link for you. It's an infographic that was created by the folks over at Flowtown that describes if social media were like high school. Essentially, it's taking different social networking services and comparing them to cliques in schools. For example, Twitter is like the Gossip Girls, Facebook is the jocks, and Wikipedia is the nerds.
Hi, I'm Jeff MacArthur, and on this week's Tech Tips, I'm going to talk about some of the top online travel services. Now, online travel services are super handy when you want to book flights or a hotel, car rentals, lots of other things. So let's start with the biggest, Expedia.com. Expedia is the largest internet travel agency and has localized sales sites for 20 countries, covering airline tickets, hotel rooms, car rentals, cruises, and other packages. They've got a decent interface that lets you pin down each leg of a trip separately or together, and they offer a huge range of products. Next up, we have Travelocity, which probably comes in second and offers much the same in terms of range of services. That said, I'm not a big fan of the Travelocity interface, as I find there's unnecessary extra steps that make it harder to customize your searches easily. However, Travelocity does seem to be the only one of the major services here to offer American Airlines tickets, as American Airlines pulled tickets from Expedia and Orbitz late last year. And Orbitz likely rounds out the top 3 best-known online travel companies. And I like its interface a little less than Expedia's, but a little more than Travelocity's. Orbitz was actually a response from the airline industry to the rise of Expedia and Travelocity and similar sites, and is again a comparable offering. So as you can see, there's not a whole lot of differences between the top online travel sites. So what's the choice? I'd say my choice would be to go to kayak.com. Kayak is a travel search engine that aggregates information from hundreds of travel sites. It was actually formed by the co-founders of Expedia, Travelocity, and Orbitz, and Kayak has become my first stop for online travel bookings. The interface is a little complex, but it lets you easily filter results based on stops, flight times, airlines, return departure days, aircraft types, and a whole lot more. Note that Kayak doesn't sell flights, hotels, or other travel products directly. So when you make your choice, Kayak will simply redirect you to the appropriate site with the best price or offer you a choice of sites if that's applicable. Finally, none of the services I've mentioned charges fees for airline tickets. They may charge for some other things. So that is a handy thing to know. And each of these services offer iOS apps, plus Orbitz and Kayak have Android apps as well. So go check them out, see what you like. I recommend kayak.com. Hopefully that'll give you a good tip to use next time you need to book your travel online. I'm Jeff MacArthur. That's all for this week. Enjoy.
Our web pick this week is from Command N viewer Bruce, who sent us a link to a site that he's loving right now called Anybody Out There. It's really a simple site that allows you to have instant chats with people about a number of topics. Kind of cool, kind of like chat roulette, but definitely PG. That's all for today's show. As always, please do like Bruce did. Send us a link to your favorite web pick. All you have to do is leave a comment at commandn.tv, visit our Facebook page, or fire us off an email at info@commandn.tv. We hope that this is the coldest episode of 2011, and we'll see you next week.
That thing, Miss Annabella shake. That thing, yeah, Donna, Jody and Rebecca. Woman, get busy. Just shake that booty non-stop when the beat drop. Just keep swinging it, get jiggy.
I'm freezing. It's -20.
See you get live on the rhythm of my ride, and my lyrics up about electricity. Girl, nobody can do you nothing, cause you don't know your destiny. Yo, sexy ladies want part with us.